Hi guys, I hope you're well. I just thought today I would show you what's in my pantry. Now it varies obviously depending on what's available to me, what season we're in, but I often have a lot of staples and I thought I would show you what's in my pantry today. So I haven't topped up, but this is what I've got going, and usually these are some staples that I have all year round too. So to start, I always have some tinned legumes. So I've got cannellini beans and I've got chickpeas as well. These are great to add to stews, to curries, to salads. I love making hummus from chickpeas, and I also make a cannellini bean hummus too. I just drain them, rinse and then drain, and just add them to my meals. And they're such a cheap, nutritious option, high fibrous protein to keep in your pantry. I always also have a nut butter. Today I've got an almond spread, which I love. I love it on crackers, porridge. I just like dipping a carrot or apple into it as well. My favorite is diced apple, not diced, sort of cut into discs, and then I put some of this on it and then some cinnamon, and it's so yummy. So almond spread, but I sort of change it around depending on what's on special at the shop. Tahini is another one of my favorites. I put it on everything really, veggies, salads, it goes in my hummus, everything. I make a nice salad dressing out of tahini with fresh lemon juice and a bit of water as well, which is really nice. So that's a big staple in my pantry, and also a great way to add some healthy fats to a meal. I also have some snack foods. So I love these little guys. They are roasted chickpeas. You can find them in the health food aisle of your local supermarket. I tend to just buy them when they're on special, and they're a great thing to have in your bag if you're really hungry. And they're very moorish. They're just chickpeas with a bit of salt and garlic, nothing over the top. They're great for kids as well, a great lunchbox addition, and I really like them as a quick and nutritious snack. Also popcorn, because why not? I love Cobb's popcorn because it's literally just nothing artificial at all, just the corn popped. And I like the sea salt. And my other favourite's the slightly sweet, slightly salty one too. But today I have this one. I always have a plant-based milk on hand, being dairy free. Today I've got the cocoa quench, which I love to add to my coffee or in my tea, or when I'm making my turmeric latte. I like to put a bit of the turmeric mix in my milk frother and then froth some milk. And yeah, this is the one I have on hand, but I also often have almond milks as well, which I love, and I always opt for the unsweetened version. Chocolate, because always need chocolate. I love dark. I love this one actually. This is a German chocolate and I get it from Aldi. It's very nice. It's very moorish. And it actually comes in pre-portioned pack sizes, which is really useful. Oh gosh, really useful. I think there's maybe 5 or 6 in a pack. Yeah. Now, often in winter, I like to make my own soup for the whole week. But on weekends when I'm busy, I haven't got around to soup, then I tend to have salads during the week for lunch, or a wrap, or anything really. But for the days I'm really stuck, I tend to have a soup on my shelf for backup. And I really like these Lazapa soups. They're very nice, and they actually have a lot of natural ingredients, nothing overly untoward, and I love the pumpkin. And often if I'm cooking it up, I add some tinned lentils or chickpeas or beans just to bulk it up a bit. And this one's really nice. And I also have a kale and quinoa one too, which I'm yet to try, but I'm excited for when that happens. Yeah, I find them really wholesome, nourishing. They're cheap again, and they're a great backup. Again, I don't have them very often, but it's only if I haven't got around to preparing anything and I'm in a rush, which lately is a lot of the time. Another big staple for me, especially in summer, I tend towards salads or rice cakes, wraps, a lot of those foods, and I have a lot of tinned fish. I love a salmon, a mackerel, sardines, tuna. I have it all, but today I've got some salmon on my shelf. I like a smoked one, and I like an olive oil blend too. And I love this Serena tuna, I always have that too. And I also like the chili one. Sachets of grains, a big staple of mine. Again, cheap. If you're only cooking for 1 or 2 people, they're a great budget-friendly option to bulk your meal up, and you're not wasting the whole amount of grain in the process. So there's generally 2 serves in these packets. If I'm cooking for 1, I'll have a serve and then have another serve with my leftovers. But if you're cooking for 2, it's perfect as well. So another great, very budget-friendly, nutritious option to keep in your pantry for those days when you're stuck. I love to add this to salads, stews, soups, curries, anything really. Yeah. Rice cakes. I love rice cakes. Being gluten-free, I always have rice cakes on the go, and I top them with everything you can think of. I love my tinned fish, nut butter, banana, hummus, tomato, veggies, all of the above really, but they're a big staple of mine. Oats. I always have oats on my shelf. I've got them in an old coffee jar. These are gluten-free oats. I use the Bob's Red Mill brand, which I love, rolled oats. And yeah, obviously I use them for porridge, but also things like overnight oats as well. And I often put a tablespoon or 2 in my smoothie too. And I feel like, oh no, last but not least, nuts. I'm a big nut fiend. I love them. Raw nuts, mixed nuts, almonds, walnuts, cashews, pecans, Brazil nuts, whatever I've got on hand. I just got a mixed, a raw nut mix from the shop, and I actually keep them in my fridge so they stay a bit fresher for longer. And tip also, if you get roasted nuts, put them in your freezer because they don't freeze. But on a really hot day, frozen roasted nuts, they're not really frozen, but they're cold. Very, very nourishing and a really nice snack. So that's what I have in my pantry today. I hope you found that helpful, and I'll do another one in maybe a couple of months' time when I've got some different options to show you. Yeah.